Beautiful. All right. Good. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for coming to the Wednesday night Create Your Freedom event. So this event is run every Wednesday night. And basically, thank you for taking the time to come out and join us. And we're excited to be able to, I guess, show you guys what we've been up to. Obviously, creating your own freedom. And that's a part of, our vision is to help people create a better life, that is full of freedom. And so you can make choices that you want to make instead of maybe choices that you sort of have to make instead. So my name is Rachel. I'm your host this evening. And I've been involved in the Juice Plus company for about almost 6 months now. I think it's 5 going on to 6. Since basically the end of October last year, before my little boy was born, actually. And it's been a completely new chapter in my life, in my husband's life, and also my baby boy. And it's been nothing short of fabulous. So before this journey started for me, I was having to look at putting my baby boy in daycare, which for any of you mummies out there is not exactly something that you look forward to doing. And I was having to look at maybe doing it when he was only 6 months old, which would be basically in the next month or 2. But I'm happy to say that since finding this, not only do we have amazing health, but I do not have to put my baby boy in daycare. I get to do more mum care. And I believe, it's obviously going to benefit him more being looked after, by his parents versus someone else. So I get to say no to daycare and yes to more things for my family, and I'm not limited, by the lack of finances. So perhaps you might resonate with, how I was last year, or there are other stories that you'll hear tonight that you might resonate with as well. I'm sick and tired of, surviving paycheck to paycheck pretty much. So it really comes down to, how we live our lives and how we spend our time, trying to dream again. Because I think a lot of the times in society, we forget to dream and make goals. So tonight is about sharing stories. We're going to have an awesome girl who's going to be launching her business tonight, and also some other ladies that are going to share their stories and their journey being on the products. But first of all, I am going to basically introduce to you our amazing products. But before I do that, I will just give you a little bit of background about how I got into this. So when I was pregnant with my son, I saw my cousin posting up all these videos and stuff of exercising, and she completely changed from the cousin that I knew to who she was being on these products. She was able to homeschool her kids from home. She was exercising, had heaps of energy. And as a pregnant mummy, I was like, yeah, I want that. I want the energy, but I also want to be able to, do school care from home with my kids, or at least, mum care. And she was able to do that. So I reached out to her. And then, she showed me this opportunity. And yes, I was exceptionally skeptical. My husband actually wanted to go on the product, so sort of made me do it, and goes, well, you got to do something at home while you're with baby, so why not give it a go? And that's pretty much how I came into this. But I had heaps of questions, and it's completely normal. So we really encourage you, if you have, any questions, stay with us till the end, write down any questions you have, and then shoot it to the person who invited you tonight. And we can definitely get those questions answered as well. So the products, our amazing, amazing products. So basically we have our capsules first I'll talk to you about. So you have a berry blend, a fruit blend, and also a veggie blend, okay? And I've also got them just up here beside me so you guys can see them throughout the evening. So basically with these 3 different capsules, you get over 30 different types of fruit and vegetables into your body every single day. So the vegetables and the fruit that are in these are picked at ripeness, then they are juiced, the sugar and the moisture is taken out of them, then they are dried at a very low temperature to keep all the nutrients inside them. Then they are powdered and capsulized, leaving thousands of phytochemicals and living enzymes. So I'll show you this. Got a little capsule in there. There are thousands of phytochemicals and living enzymes within this one little capsule. And by having these, you're giving that to your body every single day. Before I came onto these products, I was working with severely disabled children. And before that, I was also a personal trainer, bodybuilder / powerlifter. So being in that health industry, I can tell you now, there was no way that I would be getting 30 different types of fruit and veggies a day into my body. As healthy as I was, whether that was because I couldn't want it or I didn't, it just didn't happen. And now I am able to get it to my body, and the results from myself have been, amazing. And that's one of the things that I love about the product is the science behind it. And that science goes towards its effectiveness. So the product's been around for over 27 years. We have over 35 peer-reviewed gold standard studies. So that's the same standard as your pharmaceutical studies, which is unheard of in the supplement industry. Trust me, I know, been in it for a long time. And what that basically means, very layman terms, is that our product is shown to decrease inflammation in the body, which obviously causes a lot of issues in your bodies. Plus, it boosts your immune system. And I don't know anyone out there who doesn't want to have less trips to the doctor. Seriously, be put on antibiotics and then it sort of just makes you sicker. So, vitamins versus our product. I get a lot of people going, well, why can't I just have more fruit and vegetables, or why can't I just have more vitamins? Well, first of all, having more fruit and vegetables is something you should do anyway. But a lot of the time, if I go to Woolies, if I ask the Woolies assistant whether they've been sprayed, GMO-free, which means genetically modified free, have they herbicides or pesticides sprayed on them, there is not one Woolies assistant that will be able to tell me, yes, these are all clean, they have none of these things in them, it's completely fine for you. Even some products that are certified organic can still be sprayed with something within their protocol, whereas our products are not. Vitamin-wise, vitamins are actually extracts of nutrients put into the vitamin. Okay, so if we take an apple, for example, got an apple here. So in this apple, we have over 400 key nutrients and thousands of phytochemicals that are all recognized by our body as God intended. So these nutrients are all synergistic, working together. Whereas if you have a vitamin supplement, that is the extract of the nutrients. And you've got about maybe 10 to 30 ingredients, which are all synthetic. And that often gives people that disco fluoro we. So since being on these amazing capsules, no disco fluoro we, which tells me that my body is actually using these capsules and they're bioavailable as well, which means, when you take them in your body absorbs them and uses them instead of just peeing them out. And I mean, if you're going to spend your money on something, you want it to work, right? You don't want it to just be wasted. So the government recommends that we have about 5 to 9 servings of fruit and veg, but science suggests that we need about 9 to 12 for optimum health to combat oxidative stress in our environment as well. So I don't know many people that can say, yep, I've had my 9 to 12. I know today I haven't had my 9 to 12 if I didn't take these. So I've definitely had my 9 to 12. And that also leads us to product safety. So as I was a pregnant mummy, that was huge for me. I was prepping for a powerlifting comp, and when I got pregnant, I had to throw all of my supplements out. There was not one that I could keep taking. So I was sort of on the hunt. And that's the fact that mummies, breastfeeding mummies, pregnant mummies, and children can take this product. I haven't come across anything like that before. We also have a children's health study, which means any adult that purchases these can sponsor a child between the ages of 4 to 18 to be on the product for free. Okay, so that adult technically sponsors that child along with obviously us. And the research that we have coming back from that study is that parents are noticing their kids want more fruit and veggies. There's improved concentration. They're sleeping better, improved dental health, and skin conditions are clearing. And I swear my son is growing really, really fast. Not saying that it's the capsules, but you know what, just throwing it out there, it could be. The other awesome thing, which I have right behind me, is our shakes. So these are a lifesaver, especially for someone who has a really busy lifestyle like myself. So these are a beautiful blend of superfoods that are raw, clean, and nourishing for your body. So you've got your French vanilla here, and you've also got your Dutch chocolate, okay? So these are unlike any other proteins that contain a lot of chemicals. This protein is vegan. It covers the 3 macronutrients that are essential for your body, which we need in our meals: your proteins, your fats, and your carbohydrates. So you've got broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, radish, spirulina, pomegranate, pumpkin powder, and mushroom powder, which is really important for your vitamin D. So your body needs about 60 to 70% of vitamin D. 60 to 70% of us are deficient in vitamin D, beg your pardon. Now, in one of these, just one of these, you're getting up to 40% of your recommended intake of vitamin D for the day. I don't know about you guys, but I'd love to have a shake instead of swallowing a pill, you know, and I don't get out in the sun too often. So having these is great. the other thing that I want to tell you about our products is the amazing program that we have that goes with our products. So not only do we provide your body with something that you can have, maybe for breakfast if you mix some things in it, or, you pick me up in the afternoon, or hey, why not go all those ingredients into your kids, right? Along with our amazing products, we have what we call the JBT program. So Kira Westwick, who was a MasterChef in 2014, made it to the top 10, by the way. She has designed this program with other health professionals. Deprivation-free, family-friendly, no calorie counting. It's all hosted on Facebook, so it's easy to access. You got a lot of people that you can connect with and get support from. You get a full guide, recipe books galore. I mean, this woman loves to cook. You've got shopping lists and workouts. The only rule is just eat real food. And that is where JP plays a part, okay? So this is bridging the gap between what we don't eat every day and what we should eat every day, okay? This is bridging the gap. So we're going to hear from some amazing people and their stories. So first of all, Ruth, I'm going to bring you off mute, honey. So if you could tell me, obviously, what got you into Juice Plus? How has it changed your life? What made sense to you? And what you're excited about in the future. So I'll just unmute you and spotlight. Go ahead.
Hi, thanks Rachel for the opportunity to talk. I forgot the questions now. So the thing that got me interested in Juice Plus was my sister is actually in this business, Jemina. Some of you might know her. Seeing her and her lifestyle change, that was inspiring to me. So I think that's what got me interested. Sorry, what was the other question?
What about the product made sense to you?
Made sense to me. I don't know. I love how I can just work it in my spare time. Like on my lunch breaks, I'll jump on and work it. Like at the moment, I'm at dinner with my in-laws and still working it.
Yep.
So yeah.
And what are you excited about in the future? Like, what can this help you in the future?
Like my husband and I, our family is not very healthy, but like I'm excited for a healthy change. Hopefully, a bit of just financial stability. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I have 3 kids, and so I like that. Like sometimes as a mother, like you feel a bit guilty spending this much money on yourself, but I like that I can spend it on myself, but my kids are also benefiting from it too. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm so nervous.
You're
but
right.
yeah, like I like how my kids can benefit from it. So yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ruth, and congratulations for launching your business tonight.
Thank you.
Awesome. Sorry, I just muted myself. Okay, so we got Ruth, and like she said, being a mother, it can feel a bit, sometimes a little bit daunting spending so much money on yourself. However, we're going to hear from another amazing mummy, Holly. I'm just going to see if I can find you, darling. Where's Holly? Can't see her. Let me see if I can find her. No, I can't. All right, then, moving on. I think Holly might have had trouble with her internet. That's all right. So Holly's just another one of our mummies, that's been in the business, but she was on the product first. Hold on, did I just see her pop up there? Ah, there she is. Okay, Holly, I'm going to spotlight you, darling.
Sorry, we had a power cut.
Oh, nice. Thought something happened. Gotta love that timing. So Holly, just tell us a little bit about, your journey on the products, what you've experienced so far and how it's changed your life.
Okay, cool. Okay, hey guys. So I have been taking the product for not quite 2 months now. before I started taking the product, I was always quite lethargic in the afternoon. I'm a busy mum of 4. I work full time as a preschool teacher, and I'd come home in the afternoons and feel really sick, tired, and I'd have an afternoon nap to try and boost myself a bit, but it never worked. I always felt worse when I woke up. And after finding Juice Plus and starting on the product, I'm now able to come home in the afternoons. I don't feel the urge to have to eat chocolate. I don't feel the urge to have to nap. I am fitter and stronger. I've started at boot camp, and I would never have been able to do that before. I actually had last October, I think it was, injured my shoulder. It tore my rotor cuff, and that meant that I couldn't do anything for quite a while. I had cortisone injections that didn't fix it. I was on anti-inflammatories. I was actually due in March to have surgery, and after 2 weeks of being on Juice Plus, I rang my surgeon and said, I don't need to have surgery anymore. My shoulder's fine. I can't even feel it. So I'm no longer on any of the anti-inflammatories or painkillers for my shoulder, and I don't need to have surgery. I'm feeling, really fit, healthy, and I love Juice Plus.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Holly. Wow, that's incredible. Especially, about your rotator cuff. That's insane. Love you. Thank you so much for that. Awesome. Okay, so you can see, a lot of people that have had, obviously transformations in their lives. With my son, I had a cesarean, which most of you should know that means they basically slice you open. And that meant I obviously wasn't able to train either for a long time. But just this week, so it's only been about 3 months since I've had my son. But this week, my abdominal muscles are actually back together. I cannot feel that huge gap that I used to have in my abdominal wall, obviously where they cut, because they do slice you this way, but they also have to, they don't cut you actually, they sort of tear your abdominal wall apart. But because, I've been, doing exercises to bring it back, plus I've been flooding my body with nutrients, it's been able to, sort of fix that. So I'm able to start, doing more stuff. And Holly went to boot camp today and was like, oh, burpees. So I'm not too far off, Holly, doing those burpees. But we're going to change up gears a little bit, guys. I know burpees suck. So let's talk about, job security. Obviously, 40 years ago, people could, work at one job. They could retire by 50 and be, set for life. But retirement age nowadays is, 60, 70. It's just going up. And job security is almost like a thing of the past, Companies like Woolworths and Coles, they're taking away that human perspective because you got your self-service, coming through now. Things are just getting a little bit more competitive. Climbing that corporate ladder is, a really vicious thing. And sometimes you can't even do it. I know at the job that I'm still currently employed at, there's nowhere for me to go unless, I get a degree. And even getting a degree, there's only 1 or 2 more jobs that I can have. So I've got to wait for the boss to, retire or cark it pretty much. That is what I love about our business. There is unlimited value. There's human connection. There's relationships. We're creating a positive community and we're working with people. You're not working against people. So I'm going to hand it over to the amazing Jemina, and she's going to talk a little bit more around the structure of the business, 2 misconceptions that generally pop up in this. So Jemina, I'm going to spotlight you. There you are. And I'll get you to come off mute as well. Let me unmute you first.
Thank you so much, Rachel.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'll just spotlight you. All right, go.
All right, thank you so much everyone for jumping on tonight. I absolutely love the Juice Plus business and I love the products. So like Rachel, I've been in it just under 4 months or just over 4 months, nearly 5. And it's been an incredible experience. The best opportunity, said yes to Rachel. And I just said, look, I need to know more and I want to know more and I'm ready to get in. So when I did start, my partner had some skepticism with him as well. And as Rachel said, I'll be talking about the 2 misconceptions of the business. And one misconception that my partner had is, he was like, is this a pyramid scheme? And I didn't know much about pyramid schemes. So we obviously had to do our research, and pyramid schemes, what I found in my research, were made illegal in the 1970s. That really excited me, because the Juice Plus business was still around when others had, ceased from being illegal. So I just want to draw up a pyramid. Got a whiteboard here. And I'll show you guys. You've probably all been past a pyramid sort of company today. Such as Woolworths. But one I want to talk about is one that I used to work for, and that used to be KFC. And when I started in KFC, I started right down the bottom over here. And, there were about 4 or 5 cashier register people. And then we had our general store manager. And then we had our state manager or regional manager. And then we had our CEO, well, probably had some other managers up here. And then we had our CEO right at the top. And when I looked at that, I looked at this, and I'm down here, and there were very slim chances of me going all the way to the top. I had to pretty much fight off everyone down here for this job here. And then I had to fight against these people for the next job. And when I looked up that ladder, I would see that everyone was underpaid and overworked, and it wasn't inspiring at all. The long hours, and yes, maybe they did get a good pay rate, but it wasn't inspiring to see, and it was slim chances of me reaching the top right up here. There it is. So what I love about the Juice Plus company is, when I look at it, I see that it's sort of shaped here in a rectangle sort of shape. And we all start down here as virtual franchisees. And, there are unlimited positions down the bottom, just as there is at the top. And when you work for your own company, you have unlimited positions to reach the top, and you strive to get to the top for yourself. You don't work to get someone else to the top, and you don't work 12-hour shifts and do overtime just so they can be, they can get all the glory. We work for ourselves. And what I love about this business is we can't actually make it to the top unless we help others. So this is us all helping one another getting to the top. So that's what I love about the differences with the Juice Plus business and the misconception about pyramid schemes. Another misconception is, do I have to know a lot of people to be in this business? No, you don't have to know a lot of people. When I started in the business, I was afraid, maybe my friends wouldn't want to come with me. And I have never had to force any friends with me. I'm going to talk about something called the popcorn effect. And I'll just give myself as an example. So when I started, there was me here, Jem. And, excuse me, sorry. And then, all I had to do was reach out to one person that I knew, and or 2 people that I knew, and that I could see that the benefits of this business would help them. So I just reached out to 2 people over here, my sister and my friend. And I also had some other people who saw my posts, and they reached out to me, and we spoke, and all they had to do was reach out to 2 of their friends, or 2 people that they don't even know. And what that creates is the popcorn effect. And then, so only person I knew really is my sister Ruth, and Ruth is over here. And these other people here, like this is my friend, but there's other people, Melissa and Casey, Louisa, I don't know any of their teamies. We've all just met online. So it's great that we've been able to do this all through social media. And this is what I love about the popcorn effect, the fact that all of these teamies, I don't even know them, and we're all helping one another get to our goals, working for our own business. And yeah, that answers the question of, do we have to know a lot of people? No, you don't have to know a lot of people. But in saying that, I've met some great people on this journey, and I've had some great friendships from this, and I'm so excited to have our team grow. And Rachel, you've been a great leader. So I'm going to hand it back to you, Rachel. I hope that answers questions about the misconceptions.
Awesome. Thank you, Gems. Definitely does. Wonderful. All right. On that point, I did notice on my office, last month I had an alert pop up that said, you have like 23 new customers. And I knew for a fact that I did not have 23 new customers. So I was like, oh goodness, what's this? So, called the head office, what's going on? And they're like, no, you do. That's like, in your team as well. And I was like, wow, not only is Popcorn Effect, people that you don't know, but if you look at that number, what that 23 meant to me, that there were 23 families that if I wasn't in this, would not have been influenced, would not have been impacted, would not have been blessed, with the nutrients and the products that we provide that, they really do help people. And, there's testimonies that you've heard tonight. There's more to come about, what these products actually do to people. And everybody knows fruit and veggies are good for you. So in this business, I was able to impact, not immediately, but, somewhere down the line, 24 families, with the health of fruit and veggies. Also in our amazing team, we have an amazing mummy, Glenda, and Glenda is going to talk to you guys, obviously, about the money. Everyone wants to know how we get paid. So, Glenda, I am going to get you to come off mute, and I will spotlight you. I'll just unmute, and I will chuck you on Spotlight. All right, how do we get paid?
Hi, guys. So I'm talking to you about how we get paid. So in our business, we actually get paid 3 different ways. The first way we get paid is retail. And so we get paid retail in our business because our business is actually a recommending business. We all know someone who has a health issue or a health problem that we could help them with. So that's why we like to say this is actually a recommending business and not a selling business. So retail is one of the first ways that we actually get paid. One of the second ways that we get paid is by our percentage, there you go. And so this is what we call our beach money. So we get paid on our team's effort, which is obviously what Rachel was talking to us before. So the more you actually have in your team, the more percentage you actually get. So this is our beach money, which is awesome because your business keeps growing and you get the benefits from it as well. And the other way that we get paid is our, make sure we're still in there, that is a B, is bonuses, which is pretty awesome because there's not very many companies out there these days that actually pay bonuses. Actually, I don't know very many at all. So which is awesome with our business because we get paid bonuses. So I'm going to talk about bonuses tonight. So the first way we get paid, the first level that we can get paid is, I'll do it over here actually, is SDVF. Okay, so this is the first level. And when you reach into this level, you actually get a, make sure you can still see, is a $400 bonus. You get that. And the person who's taught you how to get to this level also gets a $400 bonus. So not only do I get it, but my team gets it as well. So that's pretty awesome. So the next level is SC, and this is a $600 bonus. And the person who also taught you as well gets paid $600 as well. So this is a pretty awesome incentive. Who wouldn't like an extra $400 or $600? It's pretty amazing. So the next level is SSC, and this one is 1,200. So you get that when you reach SSC, and then your upline or the person who taught you or introduced you to the business also gets 1,200 as well. The next one is QMND. Oops. And this one is 1,600, I'm pretty sure. Oh, 500, sorry. oops, a little bit extra. So 1,500. So you get that, and your upline also gets that as well for teaching you and helping you get to those new levels. So our business is very much about helping each other. You can't be successful in this business unless you help. So the more you help, the more you're actually going to benefit and get these bonuses, and never mind everything else that you actually get as well. And so the last level that you can get is an MD. And at this position, you get a big $3,000 bonus for reaching this level. So at this level, you're the only one who actually gets that, as your upline has obviously already by then received so many extra bonuses, not just from you, but from other teamie as well. Oops, lost my pen. So yeah, this is an awesome way that we actually get paid in our business. So back to you, Rachel.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Glenda, for explaining, how we get paid. Sorry. I got my little baby here. So we're just going to change up gears again to an awesome mummy who is going to give us her testimony, which is just an amazing one. So Pam, I'm going to bring you off mute and spotlight you. Tell us about how Juice Plus has impacted your life.
Wow, impacted majorly. I'm the most skeptical. Rachel is my little sister, and she was at me for a while to go on this, and I'm like, no, not happening, not doing it. I've been on it for 12 weeks, but before that I was in a really dark, bad place where I didn't want to be here anymore. I started on the product. 4 weeks in, I spat the dummy pretty much at Jerry. I said, this isn't working. Nothing's working. I don't believe this is working, and lost it. Wanted to throw the scales under the car and drive over them. He said to wait, hold on, it'll get better. It did. The 5th week, a 1.7 kilo loss. I haven't been able to exercise in this whole 12 weeks other than everyday incidental stuff, a little bit of skating. Not allowed to because I'd busted my knee and did some other issues. But I've now got uncontrollable laughter. I'm talking to anyone and everyone. I'm happy. I've got a life to live. My brain is totally switched on. There is only one negative to this business I have found. And basically, physically, there's less of me. So I have to go and get new clothes. That's not normal. That doesn't just happen for the sake of it happening. So I go, there's less of me physically, more of me mentally. My husband's on the product, doing really well. My 2 girls are on the child health study. That in itself is a huge thing because I'm watching their temperaments settling down. I'm watching them going great guns at school, enjoying, loving life, living life. They've got a happy mum, so their smiles are bigger. Look, everything has happened in 12 weeks. My hair's gone mental. I have extra hair that I didn't have. My skin's clearer, my nails are longer. I am alive and I am here and I'm having fun. And that wasn't me 13 weeks ago. So this stuff works, and I'm at a 9.5 kilo loss. Okay, it's stalemated. It stopped for a couple of weeks, but the clothes are getting looser even though the weight hasn't come off. So something else is going on. There's other things that are happening and I'm happy. It's great. And as always, thanks, sis, because you know I didn't believe it at work.
Yes, true. Thank you so much, sis, for sharing your story. And I will tell you, she was a hard nut to crack, guys. So, sometimes you may have those family members, you love them to bits, but sometimes you just got to be like, right, you need to do this. It's going to be good for you. You're doing it. And Pam was certainly, one of those family members for me, plus my dad, who is also, I'm happy to say, on the product as well. But he took a while. It took him to see Pam and her progress, for him to jump on too. But he's getting, fantastic results, especially obviously the mental side. So, for me, I've been able to build my business around my busy life, because I'm still a full-time student. I'm a mummy. Me and my husband are still quite heavily into fitness as well. And I'm also able to live the lifestyle of my choice. you know, I get to stay home with baby, and I get to bring my hubby home from his labor job next year, which I'm sure he's just so looking forward to. He's just like, yep, that's right. You know, get me out of work, get me home. And I'm like, yep, okay. So hubby's, you know, excited that he's going to be able to be home with baby next year. So he's going to be able to see more of his son grow too. You know, which is really special, I think, you know, nowadays as well. I've got dreams, you know, and they're totally achievable. You know, bringing hubby home next year is totally achievable, whereas before this, it wouldn't have been. You know, taking my precious little family on holidays. We're going to the Gold Coast in June. Yes, Mummy's going there for business, but, you know, make business a family thing, guys. And then in October, we're going over to New Zealand. You know, and then we're looking at buying our second house, you know, which is really rare these days. Most people, you know, hardly get a first. So when I first saw, you know, an event like this, you know, when there were other men and women on there here, you know, they're creating like 6-figure incomes. And that was just, you know, blew my mind. I didn't believe it, you know, especially if they're doing it, you know, within 12 months. And then when I saw the business and I actually took the time to look at it, you know, it made sense. And I'm like, you know what, if this can happen, cool. And, you know, why not? What am I going to lose? I'm going to, you know, be on healthy products. You know, that doesn't really sound like a loss. But I also had some questions, you know, and once I had my questions answered, I jumped on straight away. I didn't go in head first. I was a bit naughty and I'm stubborn, but, you know, life's full of choices, and, you know, I listen, you know, now. And, you know, if there's any part of tonight that, you know, maybe resonated with you, you know, you've seen it tonight, go and ask those questions. You know, there's no such thing as a bad question. Ask it. You know, I asked 2 questions of myself. Is, you know, if not this opportunity, then what? You know, what else is going to allow me, you know, a better life in 5 years from now? You know, and if not now, then when? When's the best time to start changing my life? When is the best time to start changing my health for my family, especially my son and my husband? You know, the startup cost, you know, it's really low. You know, it's a low franchise fee. You're not paying like, you know, $20,000 for a coffee shop. You know, everyone has a mentor. Everyone is you know, a team. Like, everyone has an amazing support system. You're not doing this alone. You're going to get help every step of the way, and you have a system to follow. You know, it's really, really simple. We do this with ease, grace, integrity, and flow, and we help you create success. You know, we're not a signing up club. We don't get paid for signing people up. We get paid when we help other people achieve their goals. You know, we love being on this journey with so many amazing people, as you've seen tonight. And, you know, grateful that you guys have taken the opportunity to spend your time with us tonight. Or maybe you're watching the recording of this. So, you know, we do this every Wednesday night. And I'm the host for tonight, but my cousin Rachel will be back next week. So, guys, we really look forward to seeing you again next time, and have a great evening. Come on. I'll bring.
See you later.
There you go.
See ya.
Thanks, guys. You did a great job.
Bye.
Bye.